Christians today are not God's sheep. Perhaps this needs some explanation. How about Jeremiah 31:10? Hear the word of the Lord, O nations, and declare it in the isles, afar off, and say, He who scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd does his flock. For the Lord has redeemed Jacob. Now this certainly sounds like God here, as a good shepherd would do for sure, is promising to gather Israel, his flock, back to him, back into the fold. And you know, this really is a sub-theme or a mini Old Testament prophetic theme in the Bible. Israel's prophets, time after time after time, refer to First Covenant Israel as God's sheep or God's flock. Jeremiah 50:17, Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away.
Son of man, prophesy to the mountains of Israel and say,
Mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says.
The enemy said of you,
The ancient heights have become our possession.
Therefore prophesy and say, This is what the sovereign Lord says. Because they ravaged and crushed you from every side, so that you became the possession of the rest of the nations and the object of people's malicious talk and slander.
Therefore, mountains of Israel, hear the word of the sovereign Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to the mountains and hills, to the ravines and valleys, to the desolate ruins and the deserted towns that have been plundered and ridiculed by the rest of the nations around you. This is what the sovereign Lord says.
In my burning zeal, I have spoken against the rest of the nations and against all Edom, for with glee and with malice in their hearts, they made my land their own possession, so that they might plunder its pasture land. Therefore, prophesy concerning the land of Israel, and say to the mountains and hills, to the ravines and valleys, This is what the sovereign Lord says. I speak in my jealous wrath, because you have suffered the scorn of the nations. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I swear with uplifted hand, that the nations around you will also suffer scorn. But you, mountains of Israel, will produce branches and fruit for my people Israel, for they will soon come home. I am concerned for you, and will look on you with favor. You will be plowed and sown, and I will multiply the number of people living on you. Even the whole house of Israel, the towns will be inhabited, and the ruins rebuilt. I will increase the number of people and animals living on you, and they will be fruitful and become numerous. I will settle people on you as in the past, and will make you prosper more than before. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I will cause people, my people Israel, to live on you. They will possess you, and you will be their inheritance. You will never again deprive them of their children. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Because some say to you,
You devour your people and deprive your nation of its children.
Therefore, you will no longer devour people or make your nation childless, declares the sovereign Lord. No longer will I make you hear the taunts of the nations, and no longer will you suffer the scorn of the peoples or cause your nation to fall, declares the sovereign Lord.